Ta-da! Hello, everybody. Let's see, we're going live now on Facebook too. We are live across all the beautiful platforms. It is so wonderful to be gathered in this way. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. If you're here on YouTube live, go ahead and please share where you're tuning in from. We got some people from Colorado, some Virginians, of course. If you are watching on Facebook, then go ahead and put that in the comment section where you may be tuning in from if you like. My name is, oh yeah, we got some Los Angeles people here too. Yes. I understand it's quite toasty in Southern California right now. It's a little chilly here in Virginia. And I'm not sure about Colorado, but greetings, everybody. My name is Nick Lasky. I am a professional psychic and astrologer and cacao ceremonialist, and also a student in a mystery school. And this is part of an ongoing offering of spreading love and light and harmonious vibrations out into the world during this time of global pandemic. There's so much intensity going on. There's a lot of craziness. Regardless of whatever your perspectives or political views or your opinions about what's unfolding right now, because there are certainly many, many opinions in this regard. However, regardless, there's a lot of fear and there's a lot of intensity and there's a lot of anxiety and concern and dis-ease, whether it's physically or mentally or emotionally or whatever you want to call it, spreading out in the collective. It says it's 98 degrees in the valley in Los Angeles. That's a little hot. But regardless, one of the things, and this is something I've been talking about ongoingly with all these meditations, is one of the best things that you can do to help yourself and to help your friends and your family is be calm. Because one, that is depending on whatever angle you're looking at it, that's an amazing thing for your immune system. Is better when you're calm. When you're worried and stressed out, that totally weakens your immune response. Two, you're going to make wiser decisions, whether for yourself or your family, going out into the world. And three, you can either move forward in general, either stressed out or calm. And we're going to get to wherever we're going one way or the other. So it's just highly recommended to be calm. And that's one of the best ways that we can also, if you can embody calmness, it'll start to ripple out to everybody. And then collectively, that will help everybody to remain more centered and come out of a state of fear and more into a state of love. Okay, we have some beautiful people chiming in from Colorado and Virginia. Oh, yes, it's so wonderful. Thank y'all for tuning in. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the meditation. I would highly recommend that you sit up and keep supporting your spine. Either put your back against something or sit up like with a meditation cushion. If you totally prefer to lay down, that is totally fine too. But if you're here on the East Coast of Virginia, it's 9 o'clock. That is close to some people's bedtime. So if you want to stay awake, I highly recommend to sit up. That being said, let's go ahead and start with 3 deep breaths to really just allow ourselves to cleanse and to really come to a greater purified self. So let's take a big breath in through the nose. And a big open mouth exhale, release. Breathing in. And a big release. One more time. Breathing in. And just make the sound of that wind. Releasing. And now closing your eyes. Allowing yourself to Slow everything way down. So take a few moments right now as your gaze is turned within to really scan your physical body for a few moments of time. Noticing just generally the state. Are you carrying any tension? Have you been carrying tightness in your shoulders all day or in your jaw? Is anything hiked up? Is anything clenched? Allow yourself right now to just totally let everything drop as if gravity is pulling everything down way stronger. Allowing yourself to consciously relax every muscle in your body. Again, slowing everything way down. Giving yourself this opportunity to relax, to retreat for a moment of time from the mundane tasks and everything in your life, and to allow yourself to connect within for a few moments of time. So I'll begin with a count now from 10 to 0. And when I reach 0, you'll be in a deeper state of calm and relaxation. 10, 9, 8, 7, slowing everything down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And again, as you inhale, feeling yourself really relaxing. And see if you can, for a moment of time, allow your conscious mind to shift into the awareness of an observer, as if you're observing yourself outside of yourself. For a moment of time, simply observe your mind, the content of your mind, the busyness or slowness or flow or creativity of the mind. How is your mind? Is there space? Is there no space? Or are you profoundly relaxed? Just as you inhale, see if you can become an observer, maybe coming from behind you or above you, just observing without getting attached. And in the next moment of time, once again, taking a deep breath. Relaxing. And let's now shift our awareness to our heart, to your heart, to your feeling center. In this moment of time, as you take another deep breath, what do you notice? How is your heart? Is there profound? Is there a contraction? Is there sadness? Is there gratitude? Is there no label to put on it but a feeling that you feel? Allow yourself in this moment of time to just sensate. And there's no need to define, but simply sensate and observe. How is your heart? Taking this moment to check in with yourself. And there's no need in this moment of time to change anything. Just checking in, just observing, just taking a moment of pause. So in the next moment of time, let's shift our awareness. So once again, let's take a deep breath. Exhaling easily. And bring your awareness down to the base of your spine. What many will call or refer to as your root chakra. The very base of your vertical self if you're sitting. The base of your spine. An image from the base, from your root, a cord of light sends down into the earth like an anchor, but it continues to travel deep, deep into the earth. That is connected from its origin in your root center. And it continues to travel miles now into the earth until it connects with the core of the earth. And in the next moment of time, it melds together with the core. And you can feel yourself becoming connected, strongly connected with the earth. And in the next inhale, image, sensate now, life force energy that you can visualize as light, rising up the cord, entering into your root. It begins to fill you from the bottom up, rising over your feet and your legs and your hips, your midsection, and it continues to rise with each breath, and you become filled like a glass of water, but you're filled with this beautiful light, this pure, cleansing, life-giving light. And as the light continues to grow, you feel yourself really being held, being supported by the earth. Feeling her stability. Feeling the abundance of energy. Like an endless source of energy that the earth can connect you with. And then breathe profoundly once again. And in the next moment of time, visualize that this light expands, filling the entirety of your physical body. Now going beyond your physical body, around you in all directions, like an aura, like the glow of an aura. And you can sensate like you are radiating, you are shining a bright light. Imagine for a moment of time what that feels like. You are a star, you are a sun, radiating light. How does that feel? Imagine in this moment of time that you are light, for you are. But imagine using this visualization that you are emanating light from the essence of your being and from the earth outward. And this light now fills the entirety of the room that you are in. And in the next moment of time, with another breath, it expands to fill the entirety of your home or wherever you may be at this time. The entirety of the structure that you are in. And in the next moment, it continues to grow to the surrounding neighborhood, or nature. And it continues to spread relatively quickly, going deep now to fill the entirety of your city or your county, your town with light. And as you breathe profoundly, this light continues to quickly expand, filling the entirety of your state or province that you are currently in. And it expands now to fill the entirety of the country that you are in. And then just like that, it fills the entirety of the planet. And you can observe now all of the earth glowing, wrapped in this light. And for a few moments of time, simply breathe profoundly. And let this energy circulate. Let the light do its work. Let the light do what it does, just by being light. Allow the light to get brighter. And in the next moment of time, connect now with the grid as you visualize other bright points of light popping up across the country, across the planet. And these bright points of light represent they're emanations of other meditators, other spiritual practitioners, other beings sending out their love, their connectivity, their prayers and blessings and offerings of harmony and peace in humanity and amongst the planet at this time. So visualize it like a web, connected, an interconnected web of light across the planet. And breathe profoundly as you feel yourself becoming connected more profoundly with this grid of healing light, of loving light. And in the next moment of time, I will begin to offer particular blessings, particular focuses or intentions that we can collectively send out to the grid, to emanate out to all of humanity, to all of the beings on the earth at this time. So when I share something, breathe profoundly. Allow it to rise up within you and then outward, shining from you, connecting to the grid. And then you can visualize that it flows throughout the entirety of the planet. So breathing profoundly once again. And in this moment of time, I'll invite you to connect with the aspect of yourself that is profoundly calm. There is an aspect of your spirit, of your soul, of your awareness, of your mind that is deeply calm. Connect with that. Call it forth. And then breathe profoundly. And emanate out calmness to the grid. Breathing profoundly. May all beings be calm. May all beings at this time find the healing that they need. Breathing profoundly, allowing the spirit of health and of healing to rise within you. However that looks like for you, we set the intention, we send out across the grid profound mental health for all of humanity. May all of humanity be blessed with profound emotional well-being and health. And breathing profoundly, sending out that intention. May all of humanity find themselves quickly coming into physical health and alignment. Breathing profoundly, sensating your own physical health and vitality, and sending that out, sending the spirit of physical health out to the grid. And may all of humanity connect with a profound spiritual health at this time as well. Breathing profoundly, sending out spiritual healing to all of our beloveds. And in the next moment of time, let us send profound, harmonious energy to all humans, to all beings on the planet at this time. May we all connect in the spirit of harmony. And most profoundly at this time, may humans quickly step into a greater harmonious relationship with the natural world, with the earth, with the animals, with all of the living beings of the earth. So let's breathe profoundly and send out the blessing of harmony amongst humans and all of the earth. May all of humanity, may the collective at this time, and each individual deepen their compassion. Breathing profoundly, emanating compassion. May humanity at this time be blessed with beauty. May beauty rise out from the earth, from humanity at this time. May humans, all of humanity, profoundly connect with the spirit of collaboration, cooperation, and harmonious connectivity at this time. Breathing profoundly and emanating this intention. May great wisdom emerge through this period, through this collective journey that humanity is taking. May great wisdom rise up. And breathe profoundly as you connect with the spirit of wisdom. And maybe make an internal prayer or affirmation. May I be wise. May I make wise decisions. May I act wisely. And in the next moment of time, breathe profoundly. And if you have your own particular intention or blessing or offering that you'd like to send out to the world, to the earth, to humanity, go ahead and do so while we're all connected together with this grid. So be it. And in the next moment, once again, breathe profoundly, this time 3 times. Allowing yourself to simply let energy flow. To let these blessings and intentions and offerings flow. You've planted the seeds. Now allow these seeds to grow. Just with a few moments of space. So be it. So in the next moment of time, gently now begin to bring your awareness back to your physical body. Bringing your awareness back into your physicality. And I'll begin a count now from 1 to 10. And when I reach 10, you may gently open your eyes. Find yourself awake and alert back in the space. 1, 2, 3. Beginning now to wiggle your fingers and toes. Stretching. 4, 5, 6. Adjusting your arms and your neck and your back. 7, 8, 9. Taking a final deep breath in. And 10. Welcome back, everyone. I can see everybody's bright and shiny auras. So I'm going to continue now, as we're in this nice and relaxed state, to share an offering from Jerome, who is the channel teacher that I study with in the mystery school that I was referring to earlier. We've been, for the past few weeks now, sharing some passages about Kundalini, which is the spiritual life force energy that flows through us, and for which many specific arts like Kundalini yoga and many different breath works and other practices and energy modalities have been created. So sit back, relax, sip on your tea, or just enjoy. Kundalini energy can be blocked. Okay. This is a highly relevant subject. Until the moment that a human being becomes enlightened, meaning free from the cycle of perceiving itself as separate and alone, it can be said that the Kundalini is necessarily blocked to a degree. But let us also explain what it means ordinarily in the practitioner's experience of blocked Kundalini. First of all, Kundalini itself is never the block. The block is typically a belief or memory that lives in the greater energy system of a human being. That energy system includes the physical components as well as the non-physical, subtle, or spiritual bodies. Let us use a very common example to which nearly every human being can relate. Y'all ready for this? Heartbreak. Mm-mm-mm. If a human being is suffering from a broken heart, here we have a dense emotion living in the heart without the conscious permission of the entity. While it is heavily painful and not wanted there, to be so involved in the ego drama of heartbreak is at the time one's whole reality, one's total attachment to existence. Attachment to heartbreak is of the same magnitude of the previous attachment to the romance. One attaches one's sense of being alive to the thrill of eros. And when the eros ends, one may cling to the heartbreak as the now inverted confirmation of existing. Release the whole experience, release one's very existence, it seems. The emotional body fears that if you remove the heartbreak, you then will be truly isolated, truly alone, without even your heartbreak to give you solace and evidence that you are alive. Kundalini in the energy system flows in all directions in the body, much like the circulation of the blood. But Kundalini, in an evolutionary sense, is moving upward. When that energy moves upward from the root to the space of the broken heart, the human being will sense that physically, since the heartbreak manifests so densely, that the much more subtle Kundalini fire cannot move past it. Ultimately, it does move past. However, much energy may be lost in the process, and the being is overall weakened. Imagine the result of the rush of energy of a rushing river taking out a dam. A great surge of energy and great destruction. So it is with the blocked Kundalini of a broken heart. So, this, I feel, gives some great insight into the flowing of Kundalini, but I also feel it's very pertinent as well, as all of these are, to what is unfolding right now in the collective, because so many people who are not used to it are alone with themselves, or even alone with, at home with their kids or their family or what have you, or they're spending more time maybe not actively doing so many things. And one of the things that this does is it brings up your stuff, unless you are just, or people are ongoingly watching TV or the internet or social media or whatever, and just don't allow themselves any kind of moment of pause, then stuff is rising up. And that is the Kundalini trying within you to rise. And so I have found it very, very interesting what has been coming up during this period, and in the various circles that I've been connecting with, same with them, because many people, as I said, they're spending more time alone with themselves or quiet with themselves, and without any sort of spiritual context or practices, it can be a little intense. Everyone has their own craziness. Everyone is crazy to this extent that they're crazy. And but usually we've got lots of distractions and TV and jobs and that allow us to distract ourselves from that. And that is not at all to say that there's not a lot of people out there that are working overtime and double and more, and with lack of breaks actually that they need right now. So I want to give a big shout out and thank you with gratitude to all of the nurses. It is International National Nurses Day, or Day of Gratitude for Nurses. And I actually have some family members that are nurses, so I'm super grateful for them and everyone that is a nurse, and all the other healthcare providers, whether you're in a nursing home or hospital or doctor's office or what have you, and all the other essential workers. So thank you so much to all those that are actively working to support other people. In But that is not the whole world, and so for many people, there's this kind of pause, and that's allowing a lot to come up. And I highly recommend to engage in calming practices or contemplative or meditative practices to allow you to navigate what is coming up. So, tuning into these meditations is a wonderful way of doing that. Developing your own meditation practice is a wonderful way of doing that. Developing a yoga practice or qigong or tai chi or connecting with your garden is a wonderful way to transmute some of the emotions or feelings or data or things that may have been stored within you. So engage right now. I highly recommend in some kind of spiritual practice, natural practice, calming, relaxing practice that allows you to process whatever is coming up and then come back to a state of calm and balance, and then spread that out to your friends and family and to the person that checked you out at the Whole Foods or wherever you're shopping and get your groceries today. So, anyways, before we sign off, I also just want to mention that tomorrow there is a full moon in the sign of Scorpio, and here on the East Coast, it should be at about, I believe it's 6:45 a.m. So that means that tonight is the last night of really delving into this building, growing phase of the full moon. The full moon in Scorpio is quite an intense one, and so the energy right now is very much building in emotionally, in a sense of personal transformation and your own shadow or your own fears or your own, the depths may be coming up right now in order to really heal or to process or to create something new. So anyways, just want to acknowledge the full moon in Scorpio that is arising. A great practice that you can do is gaze at the moon or celebrate with some kind of community. Today's Wednesday, but should y'all be interested, every Sunday at noon on the East Coast, I lead a guided meditation circle that is different than these global healing meditations. If you're curious, check it out at aquarianbookshop.com. I'll put that in the chat. Otherwise, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I hope y'all have a wonderful full moon. Happy Beltane. And it's been a pleasure tuning in and facilitating these meditations. So yeah, we'll be live again on Saturday. You can always get the live link at aquarianbookshop.com or on the Facebook page. And I hope you will spread the good word, and we'll see y'all on Saturday. So take care and happy full moon.